and these retirees would not have to have taken the shot that they're going to take. For more, let me bring in Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont. Senator, good to have you with us tonight. I think this is a tremendous injustice that has been done. This is a bad deal. But, Senator, how do we reverse this with the Republicans coming into power? What do these retirees have to look forward to?
Well, Ed, this is a more than a deal. It is a profound moral issue. You know, it's one thing to say to somebody, you know, going to cut your wages, you're not going to get the health care that you need. It is another thing to say, hey, thank you for working for the company for 30 or 40 years and for understanding that at the end of that you're going to get a certain pension when you retire. But now that you are 72 years of age, well, guess what? We've changed our mind, and we're going to cut your pension by 30% or 50%. So this is not only devastating for the individuals who are going to see cuts in their pensions, but think of what it does in terms of trust. Who are you going to believe? You talked about suppression of voter turnout. Who is going to believe anything when you work for a company for 40 years based on certain promises and then the rug is pulled out from underneath you? So that is certainly one of the major reasons that I voted against that appropriations bill. I think what we should be clear is that this is a serious problem. It has to be addressed. It can be addressed. And your point is spot on. If this country could bail out the crooks on Wall Street who destroyed the economy, surely the federal government can help working people who are absolutely dependent on these pensions. We cannot continue a situation where we have austerity for the elderly and for working families, and 95% of all new income goes to the top 1%. So this is an issue. I am a member of that committee. I'm going to stay on this issue. We've got to reverse what this bill did.
Senator, how do you reverse it? Would there be a shared interest here on the part of tax dollars coming from wealthy Americans, or a benefit cut, or increased premiums for employees involved in these programs? I mean, there's no easy way out here, but to carte blanche across the board say, well, guess what? Retirees are going to bear the brunt here. What about that?
You're right. There is not an easy way out, and I think one of the reasons that a lot of people were angry is suddenly this bill came to the floor. We need to seriously discuss the problem of pensions in America, how we strengthen the pension trust fund, which guarantees pensions, and what we can do to make sure that these pensions are not cut. There are ways to do it, and one of the ways is, I think you indicated, yes, it may be that taxpayers, that we need government funding in order to strengthen some of these multi-employer pension funds. That may be what we have to do, and if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. But I think as a precedent to say that people who were promised benefits are going to see major cuts in those benefits is horrendous for the individuals and for what the future will bring.
Senator, great to have you with us tonight. I appreciate your time. Bernie Sanders from Vermont here on The Ed Show. Let me bring in Congressman Tony Cardenas of California. Congressman, good to have you with us. Your reaction to these pension bill cuts.